So, bonjour to everyone. Thank you for being so many with us. I hope that you will understand my broken English. And if you don't, I'm sure that Eric will translate to you. You have seen that the weather is wonderful. So with such a weather, to see that you are in this room, it must be because you have heard that Eric Schmidt from Google is with us. And Eric, I'm very happy and grateful that you have accepted this invitation. It's not a grill, despite the weather. It's something which should be friendly. And we will try to have a conversation, the two of us, and then hand it over to the audience. Okay. I think that Eric doesn't need any introduction. Everyone knows Eric Schmidt. He is the chairman and CEO of Google. And he is part of this very small group of people who have been witnessing the birth of the Silicon Valley. And I think that he has been a part of almost every single adventure which happened in Silicon Valley. And he is a scientist. And he has been at two of the most terrible schools or universities in the world, Princeton and Berkeley. Berkeley, where he got his PhD in computer science. And he has spent all his life in research, computer science, developing tools, developing research. So he is somebody who knows a little bit about the stuff that we will be talking about and the things which have changed our life. He has joined Larry Page and Sergey Brin in 2001, and he has made what is Google today, a part of our daily life. There is maybe two things that I can add, with your permission.
Sure.
One is that Eric is a formidable and loyal friend. And the second is that he has been a supporter of President Obama since the very beginning of his of the election. So we will move maybe with the first obvious question that any bad journalist.
Thank you very much for this. That's very too nice an introduction, and I'm very happy to be here. This is a very important gathering. At a time when advertising matters.
And at a time where advertising is suffering, we see that despite the fact that there has been some financial difficulties, we have a good crowd of people because we are celebrating the great work and learning from the great work and people. It's your first time in Cannes?
No, I've been here before.
At the advertising festival?
No.
I know. But at the
everyone has been to Cannes a few times.
Yeah, sure. But at the advertising festival is the
first time to this.
Okay, so you will tell us maybe on your blogs what has been your feeling when you will have more contact. I have hundreds of questions, but I will start with one question which is related to the crisis, and I would like to know if you have seen in people's behavior a change in the way or in the kind of thing that they are searching for on Google.
The biggest change has been what you would expect, which is that people have changed from buying houses to buying lawyers to help them with the bankruptcy. And people who have had getting mortgages are now getting what we call refinance mortgages. That people are they're using the internet to solve the problems that they have today. And the fact of the matter is that in the last year, there's been a global financial crisis and people have needed sources of money. There are all sorts of variants of that. But the simplest way to think about it is people react the right way, right? They use the internet to find what they need now.
And have you seen a change in the way they are looking for product or brands? Have you seen if they have started to abandon brand, or on the contrary, to go more for the brands which are well known and which is a kind of seal of guarantee for them?
we have seen that people are they're taking longer to look for things. So they'll spend more time on the internet shopping. So it takes a little longer to get the product. And they're also purchasing less expensive products. So the most expensive products have suffered, we think, during this time, which again is not a surprise.
It's not really a surprise.
But I think the most important to say during this period is that the internet has worked correctly, that people have become smarter with respect to its use in a time of crisis. They've used it to get a better advertising experience. They've educated themselves better about a product, and they've purchased the one that they could afford.
Staying on the crisis, there is a lot of people who are predicting that American people will buy less product, will spend less money in the years to come, and there will be a shift to China, where Chinese people and to a lesser extent Indian people will buy more. This shift in geography will change something in the way you are developing your business?